Students, welcome to another episode of SB Maths class. We are discussing about the triangles and we have just completed the Pythagoras theorem and its converse. You will just check the applications of the Pythagoras theorem. Lots of applications are there in your book. I will just sort out some of the examples there. Today we will start the new chapter of your syllabus now, that is the coordinate geometry. For the coordinate geometry, the prerequisite knowledge, it is with you, that is of class 9 knowledge, that is the position of the points, the mirror images, the lines, axes, those things are there. So you know about this, how to point the other coordinate points, what is the abscissa, what is the ordinate, like this. So we will not discuss here, we will just discuss what is there in your syllabus. Four main things are there, that is the distance formula, the section formula, the area of the triangle and the centroid. Within those, the area of the triangle is now removed from your syllabus by CBSE, but also it is very much important for the further studies. That's why just I will touch somehow that part and other things we will just discuss in detail. So the first one, that is the distance formula. Number one, distance formula. Distance means from the name only you can imagine that is 2 points will be there and you have to find the distance of those 2 points, that is the length of the line of those joining of those 2 points. So if x1, y1 and x2, y2 are those 2 points, then the line joining this one, that is the length of the line, length of AB is root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square units. This is the distance formula of those 2 points. Number 2, the section formula. Section formula, actually actually two types of sections are there, inner sections and outer section. So in your syllabus only inner section is there. So what is the section? Actually, if those two are the points A, x1, y1 and B, x2, y2, then if we take one point P over here and if we name that point as xy, then you have to find the value of xy. Actually this type of question comes. Lots of questions are there. Suppose the ratio will be given, you have to find this. Otherwise you have to give, you will be given this one, you have to find the ratio, like that. So let us take this as m, this ratio is m and this ratio as n. So here, okay, I am writing here AP is equals to m units and PB is equals to n units. So the section formula, the inner section, here I am writing the inner section. Inner section formula says that x will be equals to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, and y will be equals to my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. This is the section formula, that means the finding the coordinate of the point which divides a line segment into 2 parts with the ratio m is to n. This is the inner section formula. This was the inner section formula. Actually another type of section is there, that is the outer section formula. I am just saying for your knowledge only, outer section. Quite similar, that is, if this is the point, this is the line segment joining the point A, B, and if we take another point which is not inside the AB, which will be outside the AB, and that is xy. If this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. If this type of section is there, that means we have to take this part as m and this part as n. If this is the ratio, then I am writing here AP is equals to M and BP is equals to N. If this is the ratio, then the section formula will be, actually the coordinates will be x equals to a same thing, mx2 minus mx1 by m minus n, and y equals to my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. So here only one difference is there, that is the here the minus sign is there. Actually it is not in your syllabus, I have just told because for your knowledge only. So I will erase the board, you will just pause the video and write down those formulae. Those are very important. I have told you to make a chart of the formulae of all the formulae of class 10. You have to make the chart also. Okay, just pause the video and jot it down. So in continuation with the section formulae, we will get another formula, that is the coordinate of the midpoint of AB. If this is the AB line with x1 y1 and B is x2 y2, then PXY, if PXY is the midpoint of the line AB, then what will be the what will be the coordinates here? That means midpoint means M will be equals to 1, M will be equals to 1, that is AP is to PB will be 1 is to 1, or you can say AP is equals to PB, because those are the midpoints. So now just put the values of M and N at the inner section formula and you will see that is here it is coming x equals to x1 x1 plus x2, or you can say, okay, I am writing x1 plus x2 by 2 and y equals to y1 plus y2 by 2. This is the midpoint formula. This was number 3. Number 4, the area of the triangle. Actually it is not in your syllabus, but mind it is very much important for the students who are taking the standard maths, actually who will take maths at the higher studies. So I am just writing the formula here. Number 4, the area of the triangle. Area of triangle actually made by 3 points. So I am taking the points as, if this is the triangle, so if A is there x1 y1, B with x2 y2 and C with x3 y3. If those are the 3 points, then what will be the area of the triangle ABC? Actually the formula is quite long, you will see, I will come up to here. So formula is quite long, but symmetry is also there. Just you have to draw one circle over here, 1 2 3, you will name those, and also 2 arrows clockwise arrows. Why I have written? Just see, area of the triangle equals to, you know, half into base into height, like that the formula is there, but quite long. Half into mod of x1, 1 is there, so 2 minus 3 will be there. Just see, y2 minus y3 plus. Now we will take 2, that is x2. When we are taking x2, then 3 minus 1, that is you will leave the first one and then the second minus third. So clockwise we will go. So here 3 minus 1, that is y3 minus y1 plus. Now we are taking x3. I am writing here x3. So 1 minus 2, so y1 minus y2 mod. This is square units. This is the area of the triangle founded by those 3 points A, B, C. Okay. Now number 5, centroid. Centroid of a triangle. You know the centroid of the triangle means the intersection point of the medians of the triangle. So here that if we draw, I am just writing here, if we draw the medians here, like that. So this is the centroid. Okay. So it is very much easy. Centroid of a triangle means the if pxy, or actually the centroid is being named by g. So gxy is the centroid. Then x equals to x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, and y equals to y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Actually this is the coordinate point of the centroid. Another thing that is area of the triangle is this one. Now sometimes the question comes like that, that is prove that you will be given 3 coordinate points, then you will be asked, that is prove that those 3 are the concurrent, or not concurrent, actually collinear, sorry, those 3 are the collinear points. So collinear points means the line, the points which stays or which lies on one line only. So that means if we take x1 y1, x2 y2 and x3 y3 are the collinear points, that means they will form one line only. Here it will be A, here it will be B, and here it will be C. That means if we can prove, that is the area of the triangle is 0 formed by those 3 points, then definitely we can say those 3 points are collinear. So I am just writing here collinearity of 3 points. That means the area of the triangle will be 0 square units. So those are the important formulae for the coordinate geometry. Just pause the video, jot it down. Those formulae will be used for solving the problems which will be at your syllabus, at your exercise. So students, today up to this, we will meet at the next class with the application of those formulae. So thank you students. If this video is informative to you, so please subscribe my channel and also give a like, otherwise the dislike button is always for you. So thank you.